Growing up, I identified very strongly with being Inuk because I was raised in the Arctic and I was raised by a family that tries very hard to stay traditional and keep cultures and values alive. I'm also Kaduna. I'm white on my father's side. Killaq Nunavut. My name is Killaq. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Iqaluit Nunavut, and I'm currently studying international studies and anthropology at the University of Florida. When I was 16, I got accepted and given a scholarship to attend an international boarding school in British Columbia. And there I was given so many opportunities that I just wouldn't have had staying in Nunavut in terms of education. And one of those opportunities was to receive a scholarship, a full scholarship to study in Florida. I chose anthropology because growing up, I noticed that there are often anthropologists and scientists who come to the Arctic and create studies and interact with Inuit people, but it's not ever told through Indigenous voices. Inuit have been one of the biggest examples of strength and resilience to me in my life because even before colonization and interaction with non-Inuit people, there was a total sense of community that was the only way you could survive. Hello?
Hi. Hi.
Hi, Nana. Really? Already? So I remember as a kid, I used to get chased and beaten up if I spoke Inuktitut. And other Inuit would tell me, you're not allowed to speak that because it's not your language, it's our language. Or tell me that I wasn't Inuk enough. Or I would come to the south and I would be the only person in the family photo who doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes. And my cousins never quite understood that I had a different background than them and didn't have the same experiences and opportunities that they had. And then in high school, even though I got very good grades throughout middle school, and when I signed up for my high school courses, and when I got there on the first day, I looked down at my schedule and it was not any of the classes I signed up for. And I walked into the class and I saw it was all Inuit. And I looked through the windows and saw the other classes and it was all non-Inuit. And I remember fighting to change my course schedule and fighting to get into these classes. And eventually, I remember I succeeded and I made it into the higher level physics class. There was no help and no guidance for Inuit students. And when I said I wanted to apply to go to school outside of Nunavut, they were like, well, you should probably apply to the community college. You won't be able to do it. And that makes it so hard and it's so heartbreaking because now in academia and in any social situation, I find myself feeling lesser, feeling inferior, like because I'm not successful in the ways that Qalluna are telling us to be successful. When I'm facing difficulties in school, but also just stressed to be successful in a world that is so separate than what I'm used to, and to feel like I can fit in while still being true to who I am as an Inuk, I remember different songs that my mother would sing, different phrases that she would share with me. And one of these songs is something she would sing to me as a child when I would get scared. It basically means you are being guided, you are being you are being followed, but you are also being given a chance to make your own way. And when I feel so alone and so stressed out, I just remember that sense of community and that sense of having somewhere to go, to just remember to take a break and to breathe and not have to worry about everything else around you. And another thing Inuit have always been very fond of is humor. As I grew up and started talking about it with my mother, I realized that there's a reason that we try to laugh and that we try to smile. And it's because just as often as you cry, you laugh. And just as often as you laugh, you cry. And there's a sense of balance that comes with that. And it really grounds you when all you feel like doing is crying, and instead you decide to laugh and decide to find something to make you happy. And that's really, really given me a chance to let myself feel sad when I need to, but also recognize that in feeling sad, I'll only be able to further appreciate the happiness that I'll feel at other points in time. My culture is my guide. It really is. It's everything to me. It's the only thing that really makes me feel safe.